Welcome to the 2021 Old Canal Days Parade. I'm Darren Deskin, and I'm here with Dr. Reno Caneva. And first parade we had, we didn't have a parade last year, didn't have Old Canal Days last year due to COVID. But it's great to see all these people here in town. State Street is lined up all from 12th Street all the way down to 2nd Street, and a lot of people here today.
There's a heck of a lot of people here today. People that we haven't seen for a while, and they're all ready to do something and see something. And I think it's just something that we're really glad to have.
This is, I believe this is the 50th anniversary of the first Old Canal Days. It was about 1971, 1972 was the first year. I was still a young babe at that time. So, what do you remember about that?
Well, I remember the first time they had it, the people were wondering, some of them, how come we're doing something with this terrible place? Oh my gosh! And the lady who was charged, this isn't going to work. And so the man who did it was a good person who liked to do things like that, and he did it. And he had about 800 people came down, and the next year it went farther, maybe about 2,000-3,000. And at the time it was kind of on the cool side, and people were dressing up like it was somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, it worked out fine, and it just kept on going and going and going, and then we know we had others increasing with it, and it was a lot with the Chamber of Commerce came along.
Yeah, so I remember marching in a parade back in 1968, sesquicentennial. I was 8 years old and had on my Little League uniform. I was with the Lockport Lions. I was with the blue team. And I remember walking up and down here, and it was a big deal. And I'm sure I marched in the first Canal Days parade. I've been a part in some capacity for at least 36 or 37 out of the 50 years. I was a Civil War reenactor, and what we did was fire off our muskets, and the crowd would go ooh, and now for the past several parades I've been an announcer. So
they had a lot of different things that they did, and some were good, and some you had to work on. Mm-hmm. But I can remember when they come up and down the street, making sure that they're trying to keep everybody together, and there was a time when half of a block was gone because they would come in front and play something or sing it.
Yeah.
And that was there maybe 5 minutes, and everybody's waiting.
Yeah.
And then when they took off, there was a big hole, so to say, from the one place to the other, but it always worked out.
Yeah. So we're broadcasting from the Rainbow Council Boy Scout building. It's the old City Hall. And at one time, the City Hall was not only where city business was done, it was also the police station and the fire station.
That is correct. And it was a place that they would have in Christmas. They had Santa Claus out there, and it was like, and then you could come in whatever you wanted, and it was for the kids, the little ones. I'm thinking, couldn't wait for having something just that. But at any rate, it was just they have done a wonderful thing with these young guys and gals. We're very happy to have this in Lockport.
Well, we're hearing the sirens. We see the color guard, Lockport Police. I believe that's the police color guard, and right behind them is Lockport Township Fire District. Lockport Township Fire District. They take care of quite a bit of the Lockport Township, part of Romeoville, up into Crest Hill, and even I believe a little part of Plainfield it's a huge fire district, and they do a good job, and so it's a lot from my younger days. I remember when it was over on 9th Street and 7th Street, and going seeing guides like Dick Cronholm was over there, and Jack McCarthy was over there, and he was also a police officer. Okay, so it's kind of loud right now, so we're going to go ahead and let you all listen to the sirens of the various first responders. Oh, welcome back. That was fun. Let's know the Sirens. Okay. So we have coming up here is our first it's we're in front of the Rainbow Council here. The Cub Scouts. We have Troop 65 walking up in front of us from Lockport, Illinois. Here. We've had a number of Eagle Scouts here. They're raising money here today to go ahead and take a trip out east. So
it's a wonderful thing that we still have it going as well as it was, if not even better. This is just great. And we're hoping that that the Rainbow Council, I can remember when I was in that, and it was just like this, but not as great as all this.
Right.
So this is for
right in front of us here are the American Legion riders.
Good for them.
A lot of these are also veterans. A lot of Vietnam veterans in this with these motorcycles right here.
So now we have some extra room, and we can start seeing as many more people that are here.
Yeah.
There's no doubt that someone has done a lot of work, and it's good to see some of these people. You would never know that they were still here.
This was Gumbozy Tire on the south end of town here. They've been here for a long, long time, just on the southern edge of the city of Lockport. They tires and car repair.
And along, looks like they're bringing something for the little ones, and it's so great to see everybody coming along, and they're not having any problems. One thing about it, you wouldn't hear anybody crying. Yeah.
Okay. So this is St. Denis Church. St. Denis, this includes a replica of the church steeple representing the foundation of the community, announces the kickoff of the parish's 175th anniversary celebration.
Yeah.
St. Denis Church was established in 1846 by Father Dennis Ryan. As St. Denis grew, so did Lockport St. Denis. St. Denis has been a beacon in our town, surviving tornadoes. I remember the 1965 tornado. Tore off the steeple, fires, and even the pandemic of 2020. St. Denis School opened up in 1881, bridging a strong foundation of parish and school in our Lockport community. This year marks the beginning of the year-long schedule celebrations in honor 175th anniversary. St. Denis School has won 4 People Choice Awards in the past 5 years and has been voted best private K-8 grade in our area. Last year, St. Denis principal Mrs. Lisa Smith was awarded the Lewis University Institute for the Advancement of Catholic and LaSallian Education.
Lockport Township. Here we go. And then we have Homer Industries semi-truck coming by. And here they are. It's a family-owned business for over 30 years, starting out with only one residential tree care. Now we have land clearing, mulch manufacturing. And the Chamber of Commerce was there. The Chamber of Commerce was Business of the Year recipient, by the way. So that was from them.
But in front of them, though, is Lockport Township. We see Trustee DeMorelli walking here. We see Supervisor Ron Alberico handing out candy. The senior truck, the senior transport system. This is something that's great. Low cost transportation. I only think it's like $3 or $4 to go ahead and take a senior to the various appointments. We see here is Lockport Township Road Commissioner Jim Louch. Jim is lives over in the Calvin Grove area of town. Jim grew up in Crest Hill.
And the Scouts are coming, and
this is Scouts Troop 63 from Homer Glen. Okay, they're also part of the Rainbow Council, and there's the Homer Industries right behind them. Somebody got out of line a little bit there.
They have a lot going for them. It's wonderful to see them at last. We know we couldn't have done anything last year, but we're sure making up for it this year.
Yeah.
No problem.
And of course, we have this year the carnival and the entire Canal Days event is down on the old Texaco property in town. Texaco operated a refiner from 1910 to 1981 when they closed, and the land sat vacant for many, many years. And just this, I believe it was in March, the city of Lockport actually purchased that property, almost 200 acres, at a very, very good cost. And the city's invested some money making a parking lot down there, and it's enough room to probably go ahead and park maybe 3,000-4,000 cars. Plenty of room for everybody. First time ever we actually had parking for everybody.
It's wonderful the way they have set it up, especially when you have all that time and the amount of space that you have. This is being used very well. And now we have, coming up is the...
Well, we're still on Homer Industries.
Yes.
And that's owned by the Repost family.
They have been there, and I can remember how many times we had them come on over our place to get some of the dead trees and then make them look like new again. They're very good. And here we come, yes?
Lockport Township High School Marching Band. Loyalty. Loyalty was written by, I believe the words are written by Tom Saunders. And then, of course, your cousin, Ernie.
My uncle.
Your uncle, Ernie, was the one that actually wrote the music.
Yes, he did, and he had someone else helping him at the time.
It was Tom Saunders.
But, pardon?
It was Tom Saunders.
Yep. So anyhow, the most important thing was that in 1962, when the band won in the United States, of all of those bands that went into to see about who was going to be number one, because it was during a movie.
It was Arthur Godfrey. It was the Music Man out in Mason City, Iowa.
That was it.
Yes.
And they couldn't believe it. My uncle thought at the time, gee, we're lucky we're in the top 10. Then if we get anything less than that, we're happy. So when they got down to number 3, number 2, he said, it's not going to be us because there's some real good. And when it hit, it was unbelievable. They just went crazy. And when they came home, everybody in town was waiting for them to come back because the next day they had to go to New York, Washington, D.C., be prepared for coming home Sunday, and then going Monday, be prepared. Yeah. It was something. And when they came back, it was a huge, huge amount of bands from all over. Because here it was, in the United States.
Yeah. And there's and even today there's a display at City Hall, on the first floor of City Hall, and it's still commemorating this. You know, Arthur Godfrey and your Uncle Ernie's in this.
Yep.
Listen to Loyalty.
Yep. I remember playing with them. Yep.
Next up is the Lockport City Council. Just walk in front of us here. There's the mayor's wife, Wendy Strite, right here. And it's Lockport City Council. We have brand new city council, Matt Karras, who was just elected this year. It's a fine looking truck. That's my truck. Councilman J.R. Galogly, City Clerk Kathy Gentile.
It's wonderful to see some of the old buildings that were here. Yeah. They're all been fixed up and looking downtown. It's quite a thing.
Now we have Thrive Church.
And there we go.
Thanks, JR.
Yes, Thrive Church. It's here to live. Here they are. They just came into town and are doing very well. And they're right downtown, about maybe 3 blocks.
About 3 blocks from downtown.
Mm-hmm. Whoa! You never know, because Here we found the head of the town. And who was it? The mayor came by.
Mayor just walked by.
Yep.
Sicko Lamont Refinery.
What?
I got this. This is Sicko. Well, this was Big Box Disposal, and they're not on our list. So all these young kids walking by, they are Cub Scout pack number 64. So now they got all the young kids. And also we have Lockport Little League, Lockport Cobras walking in front of us here.
We can see an awful lot, especially the nice thing about it is to see the parents doing a lot of extra work, which we always had done, and here it's returned once again. It's just wonderful to see all these families.
Yeah.
They all have something to give, and that's wonderful.
But the Little League, I always enjoyed Little League. I was on the Lockport Lions. We were the blue team. Lockport Savings and Loan was the yellow team. Miller's Ace Hardware was the red team. Economy Supermarket, they were the royal blue team. Drake Lumber was the green team. I don't know how I remember all that.
You did real good to remember all that. Because when I was in it, we just went from church to church practically. And that's where I met my wife.
Really?
Yeah. We used to have things for the Boy Scouts that we were in. And we would have parties, but you had to have a girlfriend to come with them. And never thought I'd ever marry her. It was wonderful. And here comes another group.
It's still Lockport. It's still Lockport Boys Baseball, Lockport Little League.
And I remember the year that when the first time that the women were able to be doing all this.
Well, Junior Miss Softball, yeah, that was started back when that was started by Chuck Anderson and Tom Carberry, because their daughter Sally Anderson, and who was probably the greatest female athlete to ever come out of Lockport Township High School, and Patty Carberry, who was one of the top female athletes at what is now Joliet Catholic Academy. She's been inducted in the Hall of Fame and at Joliet Catholic, and Sally's over here. Lockport Moose is next.
Yes, and I joined it, and they are incredible. They just do so much, and they're there to helping children all over the world.
Yeah.
What surprised me to see all that. And here we are. You can see the moose.
Oh.
And I saw the moose the first time when my wife and I got married. And upstairs we had a good party there. And here we had our picture taken, and here the moose was right up above our heads.
The Moose organization, they sponsor Moose Heart, which is a children's community up. I believe it's up in Batavia, and then Moose Haven down in Florida for old people like you and me. But we have to be members of the Moose Lodge for I think 25 years to go ahead and be in that organization.
Well, here we have
Wings Dance Studio.
Wings Dance Studio.
Wings Dance Studio. They're up on the north end of town. They're up there in the, and I think it's called the Old French Quarter, which was just renovated. One of our local people, Joey Gallus, he's been doing a lot of redeveloping of the buildings downtown. He just redeveloped that up there. That's where Villanova Pizzas up in that area too.
Well, the most important thing is, we are seeing things that we did not know were here through all this time. And here comes the
horses.
The horses.
This is Escaramuza Flor de Alcatraz. They are an all-female equestrian side saddle drill team. The team was founded in 2004 at La Aruda Ranch in Lockport Township, right off of Farrell Road, I believe. These ladies perform a choreographed, synchronized routine to music during parades. They ride side saddle and wear traditional Mexican dresses.
My next door neighbor goes to there and finds out what he can do and help them. I had no idea that they did anything like that. But there they are. He goes there a couple of times a week and learns and teaches at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So anyhow, here we go. Now comes some car.
I believe the next one here is Bickers Plumbing, owned by Greg and Lisa Bickers. They both Greg and Lisa have. Oh no, I guess this is Congresswoman Marie Newman. Congresswoman Newman. She was just elected this past fall, and she defeated Congressman Dan Lipinski.
At any rate, we can start seeing there's some unusual automobiles coming here, and that's good.
That was Bickers Plumbing.
So, well, at any rate, Marine.
So Congresswoman, she's working hard to build back our economy, lift up small businesses, and rebuild our aging infrastructure by creating good-paying American jobs across the 3rd District. Congresswoman Newman helped secure massive relief for struggling families, businesses, and local governments on the southwest side, and is fighting to deliver results for her neighbors in the 3rd District every day. For more information, go to MarieNewmanForCongress.com. The Shack.
The Shack.
The Shack is a new barbecue joint here at the corner of 10th and State. They've been open just for about a year now. Barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken, barbecue pulled pork. They've got great macaroni and cheese, and I've had a few meals from them over the good barbecue brisket, excellent barbecue brisket.
And here we come. The Shack is just coming by.
So, Lockport Township Democrat organization is coming by. And I see Sherry Williams, who was just elected, is in the as a township trustee. She's carrying a yellow bucket.
So what's next then? Here we have
This is
music entertaining
us, and we have no idea who they are.
Entertaining Greater
Celebration Brass. They are from Palatine, Illinois.
That's great. We'll have more music and all that. In fact, some of the people along the sides are making some noise, which is good.
Celebration Brass is a unique brass ensemble creating joy through music throughout the greater Chicagoland. The band has existed for more than 10 years, and they specialize in festivals, events, parades, ceremonies, and concerts in the park. Friends of Lockport Township is a local organization just organized. They are a local conservative group.
I don't know anything here. Here we go. We got more. It's wonderful to see all the little children.
Darren Bailey, he may be here. He's running for governor. I don't see him, but he may have walked by us.
I'm not seeing anything here.
The Ducks, the Knights of Columbus. There you go.
The Knights of Columbus. Huh. Yep. They marched together as Catholic men, serving St. Denis, St. Joe's, and even St. John Vianney in Lockport. Our council has been serving St. Denis Church since 1906. And they said we earned Stan Council Award, wonderful Star Council Award for 2019, recognizing outstanding achievements for membership and service programs of our community. They've done quite a lot.
Yes, they have, and they're sponsoring the Ducks. Those that were driven around town, we have fiberglass ducks around town, and they were to represent the city's way. It's a part of our summer art series is to go ahead and help keep small businesses afloat. And of course, the Knights of Columbus every year at Canal Days they go ahead and sell ducks. And I believe at about 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, they go ahead and the ducks are placed in the I&M Canal. They float down. Whoever crosses the finish line first, they go ahead and they win a cash prize. I don't know what the cash prize is. I'm sure it is dependent upon how much is actually how many ducks are actually sold during the weekend. Antique cars. Antique cars coming up next.
Look at the cars.
Yeah, I always liked antique cars. My dad always liked that. He always liked old cars. I learned to drive on a 1930 Model A.
They're doing quite well. Bring it along.
Yeah.
Who would think it? And it looks like it must have been something when a big strong storm came. But anyway, there they were. Bringing it on, and it's something that's something that we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
And here it is. And there's always a group that comes down in town. We have it on Mondays when we have
car shows on Monday. We got rained out this past Monday, but starting car shows are now on State Street, and there's probably 300 or 400 cars that actually now show up on every Monday night. And on Monday nights, well, we also have over at City Square, City Hall. That's where we have there'll be bands, and we have a farmers market there. I just love this car in front of us. It looks like a Willys. I don't know if it's a Willys or not. But the next one is next car here is that looks like a 1930 or 31 Model A.
Now we start seeing something that has been old, and now it's going to be new, and that's roller skates. And here are the roller skates, which you never believed. Hello, how you doing, Rotary, my man? So here we are. No problem. Really good.
So Junior Roller Derby here in front of us. They call themselves the Radioactive Rollers. I think maybe once upon a time I used to be able to go ahead and roller skate. I could not very well though. I think we had the skate keys, and when I was on roller skates. Nick and Ivy's is coming up here. Nick and Ivy's, they owned by Paul Ivnick and his family. They a brand new microbrewery here in town. It's fantastic. They're just one block south of where we are. They're over on the, and right behind them is Tangle Roots, and Tangle Roots is they own the brand new Lock Mule. A lot of good things have been going on here in town over the past several years. So we have two microbreweries here in town right across the street from each other. Lock Mule also serves food, and they have excellent food. I don't know if you've eaten there, but I've eaten there a couple of times, and it's wonderful.
It's very good. In fact, it's where we used to have
Macklin Motors was there when you were young.
Yep.
Right, and it was in front of, and right next to them is the very first gas station that was here in town, and somehow, some way that it was associated with Dave Oxley. I think it was Dave Oxley's uncle that owned that or his grandfather that owned it.
Here they come, some of the crowns.
Okay.
They look great.
The Mauer truck here, just right by Lockport Township Park District, Hayride of Horror.
Yes.
Every year they go ahead and they set up a large area. It's good fun. It's good scare for young kids. Of course, last year they weren't able to go ahead and have their event, and it's a wonderful time. They go ahead and they sell fast passes. Of course, you can get your candy apples and we have some zombies right here in front of us.
Well, they had a lot. My wife and I had gone there when it first opened. We couldn't believe that it was as scary as it was, and the family kids came there, and A couple of them didn't want to go back.
And right behind them is the
Haunted house.
is the Hellsgate haunted house. They are on the southwest side of town. Every year, it's one of the top 5 haunted houses in the United States. It's owned by John LaFlamboy and his brother Kyle, and they do a fantastic job. Behind them is Cross of Glory. They're having their Vacation Bible School. It's August 2nd through August 5th, and the theme this year is Frozen.
And here we go.
Rootopia Real Estate. They're a brokerage wanting to get out and enjoy the day, handing out candy, beads, necklaces, and koozies. And please stop by the office for a freeze pop. Their office is directly across the street from where we sit. They've been open for almost 4 years, and they found a home in downtown Lockport since November 2017. They're a tech-savvy real estate brokerage. They pride themselves on helping agents grow their businesses and providing them with the latest technology. Rootopia always strives to be there for their agents and clients.
What is that? Real estate. Real estate.
We just did that.
Realtopia.
We just did that. We're
Yeah.
supposed to have behind them this is also Realtopia right here. Behind them coming up is Ms. Michelle Kerfin, State Farm Insurance. Michelle has her office on Bell Road in Homer Glen. She and her husband Ed, they have a fantastic business. Ed also does a lot of volunteer work in the area, and he's also recently has become a stand-up comedian, and he is going to be part of the somewhere here in town. I believe it's at the Moose. There's going to be a comedy night. I believe it's this month, and Ed is part of the is part of the 3 comedians that are going to go ahead and be performing that night. And there's Michelle right there. Waving
There
at
they
me.
are.
Yeah.
They're ready to give something else.
Well, thank
The
you.
State Farm.
Oh, Michelle gave us each a duck.
Can't beat that. And Michelle, I see Michelle Kerfin here, State Farm. State Farm is a good place. Insurance here in town.
Well, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Pardon?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Yes, they are.
We're going to probably have to go ahead and pay them royalties for saying that.
And then we have next, looks like something for dancing. Well, the Turning Point Dance Company.
No, they are. Before them is CSL Plasma.
CLS Plasma first.
CLS Plasma is at the Jolie location, focuses on providing a safe plasma donation experience while creating the highest quality plasma-derived therapeutics for their patients worldwide. They have over 275 centers nationwide. Behind them is the Turning Point Dance Company.
They do a good job, and they have a lot of.
They have a lot of energy.
You have to have the energy. You're right. And they're doing here, but waving. It's so nice to see boys and girls and everybody.
But they're not
coming up.
tossing us any candy. I see them. Some of the kids are eating some candy, but they're not tossing us any candy.
Oh yeah, yes. The Grand Dental.
Grand Dental in Lockport. Grand Dental is Dr. Pat Healy, who was here for 30 years. He was my neighbor, and he just retired, and now it's Grand Dental. They're having a company walking. They're passing out sunglasses and sunscreen. They specialize in general dentistry, periodontal, and orthodontic. They have 8 offices, and one, of course, here in Lockport. Dr. Dave, who is new to the office with 25 years of experience in dentistry. Dr. Bice has been here with them for Lockport for 3 years with Grand Dental, practicing general dentistry, surgical, and cosmetic dentistry. And now we have the tractors.
Here we are, the Lamont Tractor Club. We can see what they have done. Alice Chambers, they got 4 more. They got a whole bunch of different that you can use, and each one looks fantastic. It's a lot of work. but not as hard as it was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the family, it's good to see. We still see some farms around. That's good. There's a lot of them in this club. Back there's a young lady, and she's there on her farm all, and there are different types. You'd never know it, but even though they all are almost the same in a way, but it sure is very smart. Wow. And there we go.
Yeah.
Farm hall.
Yeah. People restore tractors just as much as they restore old cars.
That's true. And you start seeing just a lot of good work. You know, they think it's easier, but it's not any easier than it was.
But in Lamont, right behind there, what they have, we see a trolley, and they on the weekends they have the trolleys downtown Lamont, and they go ahead and in the downtown area, a little bit different setup than what we have here in Lockport. But the trailer here, they go ahead and take people all over the downtown area from one business to the next. If you want to go have a hamburger over at Nick's Tavern, and then if you want to go ahead and have a beer somewhere else, you just jump on the Quarry Queen. And
There's Quarry Queen.
Yeah. And for more information, you can go to www.americancar.com.
Lions Club, it's good to see them back again. It went a little bit less than it was at one time. When I was in it,
Yeah.
there were over 100 of us, and it takes a lot of time to keep going. And now we have a group coming up there and doing well. And
Lockport Limestone, they were chartered here in 1939, so they provided 82 years of service to our community. They hold many events throughout the year, such as Candy Days, Thanksgiving Eve Dance, and their famous spaghetti dinner. The Illinois Rifle Association.
For a while during the Second War, there was not much going on, but later they came back and had really did a lot of things in the city. Unbelievable. One of them was just to have enough money so that the schools would be able to have places for the kids. So at any rate, here we go into
This is a fun event every year. The Lockport Rotary Club, they go ahead and sponsor a coffin race, and people go ahead and they make coffins out of various Jim Wartenberg driving the truck here, and every year they usually have it right around Halloween time. And from my understanding, the police officers won the coffin race. What they do is they push a homemade coffin one block, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes, in fact, we see them really right downtown. On
St. John's Evangelist Episcopal Church here in town. Just walk by, and they're followed by the LGBTQIA+ of the southwest suburbs.
And there they are.
And behind them is the Limestone Stage. Limestone Stage is a local theater group. They're based out of the Lockport Township building. It's a great time that they go ahead and I've seen plays. They did like 5-minute Shakespeare. It's Barb Lindblom is driving the truck, and her husband. I see her husband Kit is right behind him with the sword. 360 Tax Prep here, another local business here in town. After 2 long years of extended tax seasons, they're finally out of the office, enjoying the outdoors, wearing green T-shirts and celebrate the outdoors. They're a small tax practice in the heart of Lockport, being a proud Lockport Porter graduate and a past Lockport resident who resides in Homer Glen. They're proud to be part of the Lockport Business District.
51. Tax prep. There was a 360 tax prep.
Yeah, there you are right there.
Yes, they've done quite a lot. There's Legacy Vineyard
Legacy Vineyard Church. Number 52.
There we go. That was
So Legacy Vineyard Church, they've chosen to celebrate their love and community on both the horizontal and vertical planes where their connection with God and love for each other are expressed. They started in an apartment in Lockport with Pastor Ed and Molly Laughlin. Started a small group in 1989, and after meeting at several locations, Legacy purchased in 2013 the 1912 Lutheran Church at 315 East 11th Street here in Lockport, right up the street from your house.
yes, it is. Let's see if they do. And then we have now
Who do we have next?
Here we are. It was a rescue team, and here they were coming up.
OUR Rescue.
Right.
Welcome back to Canal Days.
OUR Rescue Chicago chapter. They're walking to bring awareness to the current modern-day slave trade and human trafficking and child sex trafficking. They're walking down and handing out lifesavers, canning, as that is their message, saving lives from human trafficking. They're bringing awareness worldwide of the global epidemic of child sex trafficking, and in doing so, rescue children from modern-day slavery.
We're just going to shake it off.
Kinkose's Hardware here is
That's the
next.
one.
They've been in town for a long time. They're over in the Plaza Office Summit and 9th Street.
They do very good. They can sell. Oh my gosh! In fact, I just bought something from them, and they have more things there now than they did 5 years ago. It's really wonderful.
And where is Horror on Highland? Where are they located?
Kinko?
No, Horror on Highland. Joliet Junior College, the oldest junior college in the United States, started in the Joliet Central building, downtown Joliet, and they're out there on Boughton Road.
1900. That's when they started.
1900, yeah.
It was really something. I went there for 2 years, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Just before I went to medical school, and I had more fun and more things that we could please. That was great.
Horror on Highland is just walking by.
Here it comes. Haunt Builders, good. They must help out anybody. I wonder if you could do it at home. Haunt Builders.
Holiday Inn Express, they just opened here in March 1st of this year out there in Lockport Square. They have filled a significant void that we have here in town and basically have in the community. And so there's 91 or 92 rooms in there, and they're full almost every night.
Wow.
Behind them is Just Sage It.
Just Sage It.
Just Sage It. And then bringing up the last one is O'Hare Towing Service.
Here we are.
Bert driving there. And, of course, we have the finished up with the Lockport Police Department.
Here they are, doing their job.
Well, we made it. We made it.
There they are.
Yeah, we made it through another broadcast. And so Lockport's really coming along the last several years. People come on down. We have new businesses. We have the Stagecoach restaurant downtown. Nicky and Ivy's downtown. One of the finest. We have I think a 3 or 4 star Michelin restaurant. Tallgrass is down here. It's as fine a meal that you eat anywhere in the Chicagoland area. Mamo Nestas for fantastic Italian food. So, Dr. Reno Caneva,
Yes.
we had a good time.
Yes.
Okay. We hope
Yes, we
everybody
did.
will enjoy themselves down at the new location of Old Canal Days down off of 2nd Street. And good night, and we'll see you next year.
It's going to be great.